Okay, so here's my idea for a spires route that you could try out. I think it would work with most non complete shit affixes. So you would start out the dungeon and you would do your normal pulls. However you guys pull this, I don't fucking know. Do the boss, and then we're gonna go left. Uh, we're gonna shroud past this, and we're gonna jump across. It should be good with just sprint and everyone else in mount form. Then with probably like a ring or maybe a sap on something in here. I would imagine I don't. You might be able to just do it without any of it. You can pull these guys into this together. Um, then once we have killed that, we can come across here and do this all together and grab the spear from this side. Um, and then after that, what we're gonna do, which is where this gets funky, is we're gonna run into this pack and death skip it. Um, I think this is where like a guardian druid would really shine because it could just go out of form and also just run in and everything dies quickly. When we come back here, you lose your probably 35 seconds of time. You could just set up a feast. You'll lose 45 seconds of time. But then if you're running your HPAL Guardian Druid, you could have your Guardian Druid go travel form. You could bop him through this all here, right? And then you can just jump across um, and snap all of this to here. It'll snap right in here. It actually takes a second or two. But what we can do with that, if we snap this across, is we can pull this and even maybe up to here because we can spear this pull now. And the other thing about it is that um, we could possibly lust this. I would imagine that if you lust this first pull on a fortified key, then by the time you've completed these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pulls, you're probably in that lust range, especially with like a high key boss in the middle of it. Um, so that could be like an enormous time save from what you would do normally, which you would then almost instantly make up that 45 seconds for from the death skip. And then you kind of just complete the dungeon like normal. So you could do this. You also get your second spear here. And so then you could do this, your normal spear pull here. Um, and then you just, run by here, shroud skip into this boss, and then come up here. Just, do your incinerator, do these two, whatever you do with that. Do boss, come up top, and you still have a third spear now for Clodos, or if you want to double pull or triple, whatever the fuck you guys do at your super high keys with your Giga group. And you have 100% count. Only losing 45 seconds in a long ass dungeon for a death skip that I think would be a huge time save because you grab a third spear. And you also take out all of the normal shitty pulls. So you don't have a single squad leader in here. You don't have this pull with like the skirmishers and the hurls and all that shit, which usually gets really dicey. You don't have any of like these two packs which suck dick with the squad leader. You don't have to do this warden justicar pull, which gets really really spicy, very very quickly. Um, yeah, I mean, and you could even mess around with count too, pulling these three and then um, I don't know, maybe not pulling one of these packs or something like that if these are spicy for you, and you could just pull these uh, whenever the fuck you want, basically, if you're like giga good on time, so that you could definitely have lust up for this. Um, Either way, I mean, all of this kind of just works really nicely and really safely for a super high key like a 29 or 30 spires on a fortified. The other route that I wanted to show you was theater. So, assuming you're doing your normal theater start, the idea would be, and like this is going to be kind of more on you guys to figure out the actual pathing of it in terms of where you go first and second, third. but it would be to skip this pack and this mini boss, because if you were to do this, and then I sent you that video of how to do this pull together by snapping these down to this one, or and you can do that with a warrior, you can do that with whatever. You know, eventually, I'm assuming you pull something like that. You get this. You do these three at the very end on their own. But then, like, you look at all this. If you kill your full platforms of these guys, which, I mean, these are a little bit scary, but I would imagine they take less time altogether than all this. You can do this nice little route without any gas bags, and still get your 100% count when you do these three guys with the last boss, or whatever you want to do with that. So it basically just is, this wing is where it's massively different. You know, you're already probably doing this whole platform here. You're probably already doing these two, so it's really just this extra pack with all this. And then obviously this snap here. But I don't think that this is actually super dangerous by any means, especially in comparison to, you know, the time that you had spent on one of these mini bosses, or this 5-pack, which I don't think you were ever going to kill anyway. Yeah, and those are the two. That's it. Stop recording.